other question that people ask is, should my arms swing parallel to one another? Does it matter if they tend to move in toward the center of my body? Do whatever comes natural. We're all built slightly different, and do whatever is natural for you. That's the key with exerstriding, to do a natural, relaxed stride. Make the motion as fluid as possible, make the landing as light as possible, and apply as much force as you can to get the maximum benefits from the exercise. Another question is, where can I exerstride? You can exerstride anywhere you normally walk. The great thing about exerstriding is you can walk out your front door and exerstride on city sidewalks and streets in your neighborhood, or you can go to parks and nature trails. Exerstriders also are great for mall walking and can be used when hiking. They're particularly an advantage when hiking with a backpack, as they help to support some of the weight and give you added power as you ascend hills. How can I get a maximum training effect from exerstriding? Well, one way is to exerstride up and down hills. Simply walking up hills on a 10% grade can double your calorie consumption. By using exerstriders on hills, you can increase that calorie consumption by another 50% and get results in less time. All right, that should be the basic information you'll need to get started. Now remember, you can rewind the video and watch certain sections over and over again if you need to take a closer look. I also want to remind you that in addition to this video, you've got a printed instruction manual. Please take the time to read it. It's got a lot of good information contained in it that we haven't had time to cover here today. Pay particular attention to the middle of the book. You'll find refining your technique, points to remember. Review this section from time to time and make sure that you work on developing the best possible technique. This will mean that you'll get the most from exerstriding, maximize the benefits. Following the points to remember section, you'll find some variations on the techniques that can help you develop an even higher level of cardiovascular fitness or just add variety to your workouts. So we'll give you a quick look at some of those now. Now, most of these alternative techniques are ways that you can get even more out of exerstriding. I believe that you can develop a good baseline level of fitness just by exerstriding the way you've been taught so far. But if you want to add intensity and get even more from it, here are a couple techniques you can use. One is called low walking or Groucho walking in the book. And the only difference is you allow a good flexation of the knees, and in doing so, you put more workload on the quadriceps, a very large muscle in the legs. This is automatically going to increase the intensity of the walking. Now, it looks funny to many, but if you really want to get a good workout for the legs at the same time, and this is particularly good for those of you who downhill ski to build that quadricep strength, all you need to do is to add Groucho walking to the repertoire. Another great way to increase the intensity of the workouts without adding any special techniques is to just walk up and down hills. Now, you get a great workout if you walk up the hill and you Groucho walk down the hill. Now, obviously, if you're lucky enough to have some bigger hills, a long uphill and long downhill are going to give you some really maximized benefits. The remainder of the techniques that are described in the manual are designed to help people who want to build a very high level of fitness, the type of fitness level that's necessary for competitive athletics to achieve those goals. I'm going to give you a quick look at those, and you can learn more about them by referring to your manual. You can run with the poles. Now, in order to run with the poles, you're going to have to slow your pace a little bit, but the upper body work, again, will more than make up for a slowed pace. Running with the exerstriders and working with good intensity of the upper body, you can make running at 10 minutes a mile equivalent to running at about 7 minutes per mile without the exerstriders. Remember, intensity of the work with the upper body is the key to maximum results. Another technique that's very advanced is called bounding. And like Groucho walking, you allow a great flexation of the knees with each landing. This really puts a lot of workload on the large muscles, both in the quadricep and as you bound forward in the gluteal muscles. Combined with a slow cadence and a high intensity of the upper body, you get a maximum exercise effect. And it looks like this. Now this is not for everybody. This should only be a technique that's used by serious, well-trained athletes. And use it sparingly in the beginning until you've got a feel for how much you can do without getting stiff the next day. Another technique that's a lot of fun and can really boost the metabolic effects is skipping with the Exerstriders. Now, if you haven't skipped since you were a kid, here's an excuse to try it again and experience what it feels like to skip. It's a lot of fun and it's a tremendous workout. I've used this with very competitive athletes to build the highest level of cardiovascular fitness. Work with good intensity of the upper body again. There are a few other techniques described in the manual which are particularly useful for cross-country and downhill skiers. So refer to the manual if you're interested in those techniques. Starting today, throw the no pain, no gain myth right out the window. Exerstriding will prove to you that you can get the maximum fitness benefits that you want in less time with a single moderate total body exercise. When I started exerstriding in 1985, it didn't take me long to realize that exerstriding was the single best exercise that I'd ever done. I could simultaneously strengthen all the major muscles in my body, build a higher level of cardiovascular fitness in less time, and because I supported part of my weight with the upper body, I had less chance of injury. I used to believe in the myth of no pain, no gain, but I've proven that you can build the highest level of fitness with a moderate form of exercise that involves all of the body's major muscles, working with good intensity at a comfortable pace. I'm proud to say that at age 45, I'm more fit, stronger, and feel better than I did 10 years ago when I was running 50 to 60 miles a week. I exerstride about 3 to 4 miles a day, 4 to 5 days a week, and that's all I need to keep a high level of fitness. I think you'll see why exerstriding is such an effective exercise as soon as you begin. I hope you'll enjoy it, and you'll continue to enjoy the benefits of exerstriding for years to come. Thanks very much.